The blockbuster, The Woman King, has many raving about the new film highlighting all-female warriors. And Bay Area native Anyanwu was so inspired by the film and created a social media video encouraging others to go watch it, and it caught the attention of leading lady Viola Davis. And you're joining us this morning, Chi. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, and before we get into Viola Davis knowing about the video, I wanted to ask you, you've seen the movie The Woman King. I haven't yet. What can you tell us about it without giving too much away?
Without giving too much away, we saw the movie. I took my mom and my two younger kids. Yeah. On opening night, and you know, I had kind of avoided watching too many previews because I was like, I don't want to get spoiled. So we see the movie, and I'm just like, in the first couple minutes, we are sold. We're all in, we're clapping, we're yelling at the screen, we're cheering. We don't even know what's going on, really. It was so captivating. There was so much action, and you see these beautiful Black women, and we're just like, yes. Yes, this is going to be good. Like, we have our popcorn. We're all in. We're sold. I love the movie. It was, it just gave me this adrenaline high. You know, I won't say too much about it, but go and see the movie. Go and see the movie.
Go and see it. Yeah. Why do you think, I mean, the movie came out last Friday. Why do you think it's already become such a phenomenon?
Well, for me, from the perspective of a Black woman, it shows Black women just powerful. And I know it sounds cliche. I know that that word is going to be overused when talking about this movie, but it shows Black women in a light that we don't really see them in Hollywood, in media. It really shines a light on their relationship, how they work together intimately, standing alone. They don't need men to do what they do. It is an all-woman army. But also it shows their vulnerability. It shows them as multidimensional human beings. And we don't often see Black women that way.
And I mean, you said you saw this movie with your daughter. How important do you think it is to have that representation in movies so that young women, young girls can see that on the big screen?
Yeah, I think it's super important. It's super important for people to see it. It's super important for Black people, but especially little Black girls, to see this is what you're capable of. Just the strength, the vulnerability that's shown in the movie. Again, I don't want to spoil it, but you'll see what I'm talking about. But it's so important to see that we are, again, multidimensional people. We're not just one-dimensional, flat people.
Right.
We, you know, Black women, it's extremely important to see that we have all these different sides of us, different aspects to us.
All the versatility.
The versatility, you know?
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, you were so inspired after watching the movie, you decided to create a little video. Tell us about that.
So, I'm laughing because I can still remember how deeply my daughter rolled her eyes. My daughter is 16, and she's your typical 16-year-old, but she's an artist. So whenever I do TikToks, and I've been making TikToks since quarantine, silly little TikToks here and there. I said, after watching the movie again, I had this adrenaline high, and I walked out and I said, Naomi, I said, you gonna make a TikTok with me? And she said, ugh.
Typical teen.
What's it going to be about, Mommy? And I said, I don't know yet. Just know that the caption is going to say, after watching Woman King. And she said, I guess. So, you know, we got home. I used to be a dancer. I used to dance. And I have a box of old costumes and knickknacks that I've picked up along the way. My dad was Nigerian, so I had amassed a big collection of wraps and all types of things. So I went and just took a couple minutes, picked out something, threw it on, and I said, come on, Naomi. And 5 minutes at most it took us. And that's...
I mean, the video went viral, so much so that it caught Viola Davis's attention.
It did.
She reposted it.
Yes.
What was your reaction to that?
Okay, so she reposted it on my birthday.
Which
on
is
my birthday.
Like, happy birthday to you, my
Yes. So what was I doing? I was out with my girls. Having some drinks,
having a good
some
time.
adult, and I got in the car and I was like, I have all these notifications from my friends tagging me. Let me go and look. So I took a moment and I looked, and my friends were like, Chi-Chi! And I was like, what? And I looked and I'm like, oh, my video. But then I looked who posted it and I was like, oh, Viola Davis.
Like,
And so
this is a big deal.
it's a big deal. So yeah.
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 Okay. I mean, we have 10 seconds left, but if you could say something to Viola Davis, what would you want to say?
To Viola Davis, I would say thank you for being unapologetically Black, always. Thank you for giving this 46-year-old mom of 3 her first and probably last 15 minutes of fame. And I just want to say to her, as a 57-year-old woman, that body was snatched.
Okay. I saw the videos of her prepping for it too. So, well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
and
you.
I don't think it's just going to be 15 minutes of fame for you. We're going to see more of you.
I
Like,
hope
I'm
so.
ready.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Chi Chi.
Thank you.
And you can catch The Woman King playing in theaters everywhere.